how human is different from the whole animated creatures, and I mean from still life to flora, fauna, and what is called the speaker. Okay. Adam is above it. They don't have it. It seems that we are different in our desires. When our desires are actually not in the right alignment, we are more vulnerable than any other creature.
Yes, indeed.
Because our destiny is not with nature. Our destiny is above nature. What it means above nature? Our destiny is to adhere to the plan of which part of life is taking an expression in the multiplicity of life in nature. Now, the desires of the whole natural world, as you say, can live in harmony because they do not desire anything above their station. And we do. Not only do we do, but it is inherent in our perception, in our consciousness, in our being, to actually aspire for something that no living creature, animal, is aspiring for. And this is an adhesion to something that is higher from them, which for us is the creator. So we can take examples, or we can take the lead of harmonious life from nature only to the extent of how not to ruin it, but not to the extent of how to evolve. Okay, so it seems that viruses inside human nature or human being, we can overcome it. But if we could overcome it, something else would happen. It happened in history as a deluge, as a plagues on Egypt. The whole human experiment, one can say, we as humans more the test tube of creation than any other living thing. And therefore, in order to push us from time to time over, to pass over actually the limitation and to liberate us. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, that for example, animals accept death in a very calm and natural way. Well, for our spirit, death is not natural because our spirit is infinite. Therefore, in the lower level of it, we feel fear from death because it's actually a rebellious consciousness against that, the fact that we're separated from our infinite aspect, which is our spirit. Okay, so as I'm saying, first, I'm grateful that you live in nature because it's really the place to be now. But we need to remember that what I've said now. This is what actually starts the Passover. It's the different identity and the different responsibility and the different evolution and desire of human is to be with a virtue of bestowal like the Creator. And truly, all nature and all living creature are depending on humanity to do this step, because as everything is in harmony, everything else, or I would call it include itself in everything else, and everything is included in human being. Human being is actually is deeply in desire to be eaten by the higher, to be included in him. And by including everything in him, he includes all nature and all living creatures in the highest form of being, which is in the light. So it is the agent of the higher here, and therefore the biggest disturbance if it's not in line. Yeah. So this, okay. So not accepting death, it's we need to understand that it's a rebellious of our true nature of the spirit, because we are infinite. We are infinite.